talk me crazy. You have zero concept of anything. You refuse to go back to bed when I got up at 3 to take you to pee. I'm totally fucking exhausted. I went to bed earlier than I have been, and for what? For what? So you can just not go back to sleep. You are not having the walker. You have to be, everybody knows, or else they're ignorant fucks. Now I don't care about ignorant fucks. Yeah, they're ignorant if they don't understand that you're out of control and you can't have the walker. You need to be supervised to use the walker, and you won't even watch the beautiful fucking TV in the living room. You don't understand. You're zero concept of anything, and we moved into a brand new house just a few days ago, and I need to unpack, and I can't give you everything you want all at once. I want to unpack my room. My hands are going to all empty while I close my eyes. Don't try to go out. You're going to end up falling down the stairs. You're out of control. If something happens to you, my conscience is clear. You're fucking out of control. I want you all here. My life. I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to be with you anymore.
Why, Mom? We'll probably end up dead.
I do everything for you. I do everything for me. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? You don't get your phone at 4:30 in the morning. I give you phone all day long. You know you need to walk before you go out of the bathroom on your own. Like walk upstairs. Go. You shouldn't even have got up on your own. It's not a commode. It's a freestanding elevated toilet that doesn't fit this toilet. There's nothing I can do about that either until I'm able to buy a new one. Where are you going? You're going to end up falling. You need to get back in the wheelchair. That's not your bedroom. No, it's not. You're out of control. My conscience is clear. If something happens to you, there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. I can't call 911 unless something happens to you. So there's nothing that I can do. You're risking your life. There's nothing that I can do. You don't let me sleep. I can't function. You don't care about me. I'm physically ill. I've never been more physically ill. Everything hurts, and you're out of control and won't just sleep. And then when you have the beautiful fucking TV we got for free on the wall, beautiful TV like watching in the movies or something, we got for free, and you don't appreciate that. You're taking it away from me. You took it away from me last night. I took it away from you at 8 because you were shouting for me at 8:30 instead of respectfully watching the TV and letting me do my own stuff for 15 minutes. That's why I took it away from you. I took it away from you. It's time for bed. You didn't go to bed until 9:30. It's not like 8 o'clock at night. It's 9:30. You went to bed at 9:30. And then you were up at 12:15 to go to the bathroom. And then you were up at 3, and then you refused to go back to bed. That's the reality. And now it's fucking 4:30 in the morning.
Now it's like 5 and I've been up since 3. She wouldn't go back to bed. She wouldn't stop singing and talking in the bed. And I'm sharing with her temporarily until we get everything unpacked, which is never going to happen because she doesn't live.
You're not having anything.
Ignorant fucks in Massachusetts, both family and friends. Not just Massachusetts. Selena's not in Massachusetts.
Are you going to go back to bed? You need to put your
Jill
pajamas
learned.
on.
He learned firsthand that I was never exaggerating one single thing. He even admitted it. It's like people don't know, Laura. They think, oh, you're just saying blah, 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 but they don't know unless they live it. Now I've lived it, and now I see what you've been talking about all along. the hotel's Bible, and I don't have a chance to unpack anything when you don't let me. You demand everything, but you don't give me a chance to unpack. You want free range with you. There's no way you're gonna have me. You could just now.
I'm trying to unpack. It took me hours just to find dishes. Do you understand? That's how reality is. You don't understand.
For anybody who moves into a new home, especially if you're doing it all by yourself. I was right there. We're lucky we can get the wheelchair barely through, but nothing is perfect, no matter what house we've gotten. She can't be left alone for a second. She doesn't want to accept reality. Supervised walking. Only a moron would ever think that's being mean on my part. She cannot have free reign of our brand new home, but she needs to just stay and watch the television. She's going to walk with tons, but she can't have free reign. She cannot have her freedom. She's zero concept of anything. We were in a new home. It didn't take our disgusting old chair and couch with us. Why would I pay? Why would I pay $1,000 or something to take old stuff when you can buy brand new stuff when you get to your home? But you have to suffer for a while. Nothing's going to be perfect in a new home for anybody, let alone in my position where I'm taking care of her 24/7 and trying to unpack all our own myself. I need to get her into adult daycare. I need her to be around other people. Other people. Will be my first-hand witnesses like Joe. That I didn't bring my mom here so I could throw in I brought her. Even Joe's like, I said, you've talked to my mom on the phone and stuff, but she's like, she's way worse for her. She's way worse. We survived okay in the structured environment of the hotel. That's small, that's whatever, okay? She cannot have free reign in our new home, especially when things aren't put away and things aren't whatever. That takes time. That takes at least a couple of weeks, and if you never let me have peace, I'll never be able to do it. You call me when you're ready to go, put you in the pajamas on and go back to bed. I nearly got hurt yesterday because this stupid thing that's missing. I don't know if it broke on the back rack container or what. I know other things did. I have to file it clean. But it's that table that I have Omar's shrine on. And I was supposed to set up a second. I still want to set up a second computer at some point. We're going to set up the beautiful living room TV and stand in her room eventually, but it's not top priority. If you have one TV working in the house, it's like this continuously. I can't ignore her when she shouts for me. That's the thing, I can't ignore her. And if she won't grasp the fact that I'm not going to get anything done, I'm not going to find anything she wants, I'm not going to do anything if she doesn't. Just got here a few days ago. Everything can't be done in a split second, but it can in her just delusional world, you know? I know I have some kind of bad thing going on with me. Just because I went to the ER and blood work came out fine doesn't mean something's not going on with me in like nerves or whatever. Baby elephants are packed away. Can't have those if you don't give me a chance to unpack. Takes time. Just one person. Been having a different kind of hand pain, a different kind of leg pain that's not muscles. Nerves, tendons, who knows what's going on with me. already her full-time caregiver. She's like, why don't you get a job? And she goes, my job is taking care of you, Mom. I'm already her full-time caregiver. I already sacrifice my sleep at night, getting up whenever she needs to pee, and praying that it's at least 2 or 3 hours in between. Now it's a new thing. She cannot be calling me during the day when I only have brief amounts of time in between taking care of her and taking her to the bathroom or feeding her to get our home situated.
You just thought they were telling me to not get them. You didn't want them anymore. You just wanted hats. See, you're all over the place, Mom. I cannot deal with you. I can't deal with it. Always discreet are the same as depends. Depends are better. You wear 2 depends and the tranquility liner. The tranquility liners I ordered special off Amazon. And you seem to have a lot of trouble with them. They're too long and you don't get your pants down in time and they go into the toilet. You're better off with a shorter pad that's not that tranquility liner. See, I just got to telling you why. Are you going to go back to bed? I'll get the clock after you're back in bed.
I don't get to have any life at all. Thank God Joe's not here.
Right there.
Thank fucking.
Lock the other side.
He was delusional, talking about instead of me buying a home, like buying his home, paying off his home, and us living, that would, oh my God, I said, Joe, point blank, Joe, our friendship would be over. I would never want to do that. We cannot live in your home. We can buy a brand new home that's bigger. We're not going to live in your home. Oh my God, I just can't imagine that. I don't even want to live in your home with you. I would never feel like it was mine. He tries to tell me what to do in this home. You can't pile up all those things downstairs in the basement. There's going to be spiders. That's not my top priority, sorry. I'm dealing with 24/7 hell. I'm barely surviving. I'm not barely sleeping. I mean, I can't be worried about piling up all the boxes and tons and tons and tons of paper that you say you're not going to recycle because it's too loose. You're just going to burn it, fine. But in the meantime, it's going to be piled up in the basement. It's not my top priority. It's piled up as tall as me. All mixed up, all the paper that wrapped up all the glass stuff, and tons of paper. That nice packing paper. And plastic, and bubble wrap. And tape, all mixed up in the bubble wrap, and boxes that I don't want. I'm not keeping any fucking boxes. Or I could keep them in the basement, but probably better just to not, just get rid of them. Dresses aren't expensive. You ever move, buy new boxes. I don't want to keep the boxes. Just want them gone. There's no point in keeping them all. Joe has a garage. You think he keeps all the boxes and he orders stuff from Vitacost or from Pure Film or from wherever. No, he doesn't keep the boxes because he doesn't want his garage just filled up with boxes. I don't want my basement filled up with boxes. You only need the boxes you keep stuff in, and then you get rid of all the boxes, and then if you ever move again, you buy new boxes. There's something physically wrong with me, but I don't know what it is. I desperately want to get to Joe's naturopath. I've wanted to do that forever. First I have to have someone to take care of her. Right here hurts underneath.
I won't be getting any fucking sleep. I care if I'm fucking dead. Concept. You have zero concept. Joe is busting his ass for us. You having a TV in your room is low priority with everything else. You understand? You have a beautiful TV in the living room. You will eventually have the TV in your bedroom. Joe's been busting his ass. His garden got all weeds.
Hurting. Maybe she fell asleep. I think I can. I put earplugs in at 3 when we go to bed and tried to fall back to sleep, and my earplugs are no match for her talking and singing Puff the Magic. I mean, she's too loud. If she's just whispering to herself, then my earplugs will keep it out, but not if she's talking loud and singing. Wake up from a sound sleep to take her to the bathroom. And then she refuses to go back to sleep. And it just says solace sister, whatever. Demanding everything that's packed up, yet continuously calling me from the other end of this big house, so that I'm not able to have any peace to unpack everything. See? It's like, you can't understand it unless you've lived it, or you're really smart. Demanding everything. I'm going to tell everyone you're keeping this and that from me. You're not giving me a time, and you're not giving me any peace, any time to pack this or that. Your only job is so I know you're safe in the living room watching TV and not calling me for any other reason but to go to the bathroom. So when I take you to the bathroom, then I know I have at least an hour before you have to go again, before you're calling me again. My God, the other night I took her to the bathroom and then she couldn't even give me 15 minutes. She started shouting for me. It's not like you can ignore her because she doesn't stop. That's like a living fucking nightmare. You're demanding me to do what you don't give me any opportunity to do. Then you're going to wonder why it's not done. Where's this and where's that? Still packed. Nothing I can do. I'm one fucking person. Who's scared and lonely and hurting more than I'm physically hurting. I used to at least be able to count on my physical health, never my mental health, not in any universe ever, but always, 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 until lately, till now, until over the past 3 months, but now it's gotten worse. My mom's a priority. There's nothing that I can do. Unless I end up helplessly hospitalized, and then that's it for both of us, you know. Joe's my healthcare proxy and my adorable power of attorney. Just like I'm my mother's. The lawyer wisely recommended that. He's like, you don't want to be that for your mom. What if something happens to you? Right. We need to do estate planning all around. Who knows, I wake up constantly with my mom because in the hotel, whatever you have to, otherwise she's screwed. He's like, it matters, Laura, you're no good to anybody. He's like, he point blank said to me, like, my conscience would be totally clear even if something fatal happened to somebody, like, I have to sleep, you know. Yeah, I know we're different, Joe. I can't